We're supposed to nod at the... Good morning. Good morning. I'm Minnie Nimmux, and I'm very loud. I'm Provost and Vice Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin at Platteville, and on behalf of the entire Platteville community, I am delighted to welcome you to our 186th commencement. We begin our ceremony today with the singing of the national anthem, so I would ask that you please remain standing and remove your hats. Rachel Day will lead us in the singing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Faculty, students, parents and relatives, distinguished guests and friends of the university. This year is the 146th anniversary of the founding of the first normal school in the state of Wisconsin. That was the birth of what has become today's University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these 146 years, more than 51,000 students have earned degrees from this outstanding institution. At this ceremony, we will confer 419 bachelor's degrees and 123 master's degrees. And at this afternoon ceremony, bachelor's degrees will be awarded to another 435 students. So today, in total, we will award 967 degrees. As a part of today's ceremony, UW-Platteville is displaying the flags of the countries represented by international students currently studying at UW-Platteville. There are flags of 27 countries in addition to the United States flags on display. We know through the scholarship of teaching and learning that having an international experience is a high-impact practice that adds great value to an undergraduate's degree. And I want to, at this point, take the opportunity to thank all of the faculty and staff who served as advisors and mentors to make those opportunities possible for our students. As the graduates entered the gymnasium, you may have noticed that some of them are wearing special international stoles. Our international students who are graduating wear white stoles featuring the United States flag and the flag of their home country. UW-Platteville students who have studied abroad wear stoles featuring the flag of the country where they studied. We begin with the valedictorian address. The graduating senior chosen to deliver that address today is Nikki Martinson. Nikki is a multi-talented student who has served as a teaching assistant in human gross anatomy, has been a tour guide in the cadaver lab, and toured with our chamber choir in Germany and the Czech Republic. She has also sung the national anthem in this very gymnasium many times before basketball games. She carries a 3.8 grade point average and will begin at the UW School of Medicine and Public Health in the fall. Please help me in welcoming Nikki Martinson.
Good morning, Chancellor Shields, members of the faculty and administration, distinguished alumni, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Believe me when I say that it is truly an honor to be addressing you today. When I asked my classmates what they had to say about graduation, their responses were rather typical of a group of young adults who were scared, anxious, but excited for the changes to come. We made it. We are finally done, and we might actually have to grow up now, were some of the reactions common among my peers when discussing this day. However, I would like to suggest that today, most importantly, be a day to say thank you, for today is a celebration of all we have received in our educational journey at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. For in order to be successful in our future endeavors, I believe that it is really important to be aware of the gifts we have received along our journey at UWP. The gifts I'm referring to have nothing to do with facts, theories, or the occasional 12-page paper we were told would be good for us. These gifts could only be given to us from a university dedicated to educating the individual, not the mind. The gifts I'm talking about are the life lessons learned in our general education courses. Now, when I began college, like many other freshmen, I honestly thought these courses were a waste of time. It didn't help that the case of carpal tunnel developing in my right hand from all those essay questions was fueling my frustration. I, like many of my classmates, wanted to take courses relevant to what I wanted to do in life. I wanted to become a physician. And what did a semester long of minority women writers of the United States have to do with that? However, what I didn't realize was that while my core classes helped shape me into what I wanted to be, it was my general education courses that played a role into shaping me into who I wanted to be. Let me explain by highlighting some of the lessons I learned here. Maybe some of them will resonate with you as well. In my science classes, Drs. Wayne Weber and Chris Wright taught me that the most important thing about being a scientist is to ask a lot of questions, and I mean a lot. I've learned to not only ask a lot of questions, but to fervently seek their answers as well. I believe it is important to apply this to everyday life because the day we stop learning is the day we stop living. In my fine arts courses at UWP, Dr. Bob Demery and Professor Linda James taught me that passion for life cannot be contained in an encyclopedia or formula. No, the passion for living is something that can only be expressed through something as free as a melody or the stroke of a paintbrush, and through something as uniting as a harmony or a color palette. In no other place have I seen the spectrum of human emotion so raw and bare. My history professor, Melissa Gormley, taught me that the most vital key to being successful in the future is to understand the past and to truly live in the present. And while it may seem hard to relate to people that lived 300 years ago halfway around the world, I have learned that these people share the same dreams, passions, and struggles that characterize us today. In my ethnic studies classes, Professor Justin Ponder, with the help of about 13 minority women writers, taught me more life lessons than I have time to talk about. But one that sticks out to me is that it seems no matter how oppressed a group or people may be, the human spirit, driven by hope, love, and peace, will always prevail. Its strength is truly inspiring. And in my psychology and humanities classes, Drs. Chetna Narayan and Rich Waugh taught me how unbelievably complicated it means to be human. I learned that while there is a never-ending supply of books and theories attempting to explain the human condition, it will never be fully understood. This is because our species is blessed with unfathomable diversity. However, I've also learned that while we are all unique, extraordinary individuals, we are all the same, united by our hopes, dreams, and pursuit of happiness. Now, while this compilation doesn't cover every class I've taken, and certainly not every life lesson learned, it is a short list of very cherished gifts that have helped make me into a well-rounded person. And for that, I am truly grateful. Classmates, I ask for you to think about what gifts you have received from UWP that you will cherish the most. Not now, or you'll miss the end of my speech, but sometime today. Think back on what you actually learned here. Was it worth your money? Did you make the same mistake I did and not realize it until the end? Is there anything else you wish you would have taken away from your journey here? If any of you are like me, you probably wish you had. Well, I have good news. For many of you, today may mark the end of your formal education. However, the truth is, our education is far from over. There's a reason why this is a commencement ceremony. For today marks the start of a new educational journey, a journey in which I hope we, as the class of 2011, will take full advantage of. This is the best way that we can say thank you for the valuable gifts we received along the journey that culminates today. Never stop learning. Every moment, new experience, and challenge provides us with an opportunity to learn. And unlike your college education, most of them are free, so take full advantage of what lies before you. If we can live our lives to learn, then we will truly learn to live. Fellow classmates, good luck on your new journeys, whatever they may be. I believe the world is ready for the most fun, intelligent, and passionate group of people I know. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Nikki. I have to say that that's something I've been trying to say, and I don't think I've said it as credibly or eloquently as you just did. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our principal speaker for this morning's ceremony. John Gallo is a 1986 graduate who earned his degree in industrial technology. After successful experiences with Hormel Foods, General Electric Healthcare, and Piper Aircraft, he joined the Rolls-Royce Corporation in 2005. He currently is the Executive Vice President for Business Operations at the Rolls-Royce Corporation and is responsible for directing manufacturing efforts, including the Indianapolis Integrated Supply Chain and its associated support groups. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, John Gallo.
Good morning, Chancellor Shields, friends, families, faculty, and to the parents on the sidelines, job well done. And congratulations to you, the class of 2011. You made it, you did it. I first want to say what a thrill and honor it is for me to be here today to share this very special day with you. I've very much enjoyed traveling back to Platteville. I've traveled back with part of my family, one of which is my youngest of four, my 12-year-old daughter, who often says to me, "Dad, don't be that guy." So at the risk of sounding like that guy who likes to talk about how things were when he was younger, I just want to tell you that it doesn't seem like very long ago that I was sitting right where you are today, ready and anxious to begin my real life. And I can tell you, standing here today, I can remember all the great years I've spent at UWP, studying hard, focusing on what I wanted to do in life, but not without making many trips to 2nd Street. Oh, you've heard of 2nd Street? Yeah, okay. And not without spending more money than what I had buying sliders at Steve's Pizza. Anything to avoid another meal at Glenview Commons. However, I'm told the food is much improved since my day at UWP. It was a great time in my life, not just because of the fun I had. Believe me, we played hard, especially at the Delta Sig House, but we worked hard too. It was 1982, yes, 1982, when I drove here from my home in Brookfield, Wisconsin in my beater car. It was a decrepit orange Pontiac Sunbird. I wore tube socks, silk running shorts, and long hair. And just for the record, I hope all those things come back, especially my long hair. Life in the 1980s was a far cry from what it is today. Just think about your own lives as students. Can you imagine what it was like doing research papers without computers, without laptops, without the internet? Imagine the long hours that my class, the class of 1986, spent in Carmen Library going through books versus doing just quick Google searches like what we have today. A lot has certainly happened since then, which brings me to what I want to talk about here today. When the university called and asked me to deliver this year's commencement speech, a lot of ideas raced through my mind on what I could talk about. I was excited about the topic that they suggested, specifically a key element that helped take me to where I am in my career today as the Executive Vice President of Rolls-Royce Corporation. I didn't need to think twice. I knew exactly what the key factor has been and how it's shaped my life both personally and professionally. The one key element is very simple. While there have been many factors that have helped me develop my skills to achieve what I have in my career, one driving force has been and continues to be the theme of my life. It is part and parcel to who I am. I embrace it. I have a passion for it. I relish it. This one key factor motivates me, and still to this day, I continuously pursue it. It's in my DNA. It is the fabric of who I am. What is this one key factor? In a word, it's change. Even the simplest aspects of my life, being part of change was fundamental for me. It guides the way I deal with the world and all of its challenges. And the reality is, change is something you can be sure of. Change is a constant in this dynamic world. So that's the good news. But by no means is that all the news. I can't just tell you to make friend of change, and that's all there is to it. If it were that easy, my job here today would be over. We could all go home, you with your new degrees, embracing change and moving quickly through whatever career or profession you have chosen. But not so quick. Here comes the tough part. Change doesn't come easy, even for those who embrace it. Instead, it scares most people. Most people I've met in my career throughout the world avoid change. They fear it, they resist it, it makes them uncomfortable, it makes them uneasy. Change is hard for them, they dislike it, and I may even go as far as to say most people hate change. And they will often resist your efforts to change things, to make things better. Why is this? Change is uncertain, it's unpredictable, and for most people, it means danger. However, despite all the roadblocks there are to change, it is not only worth your effort, it's essential if you want to make a difference at home, in your career, or in the world. Every position I've taken since graduating from UWP has been a risk. There were positions where I had to make change, sometimes in the face of seemingly impossible odds. But by embracing change, this is how I progressed. In many ways, I think I was hardwired for change. It started with my parents. They're here somewhere today. They raised me to accept and embrace change. I also think my father's career played a big role, both because he was in the computer industry during its fast and changing days, but also because his career caused us to move around the country quite a bit. Every place we moved, every new school I entered, every new friend I made was an adventure for me. And that's how I began to see change as the opportunity that it is. I never complained about those moves. For me, it was exciting. It was an adventure. And even during my sophomore year, right here at UWP, when my parents told me they were moving to Massachusetts, I saw it as another opportunity to grow and to learn. Not to mention, I thought it would be a good place to go skiing during Christmas break. But where I really came to understand change and the importance of change, as how intimidating it can be for some people, was after earning my degree. I had interviewed on campus and took a job with Hormel, the best offer I got, which translates as the best paying offer that came my way. It certainly helped me that Hormel was one of the greatest food companies in the world, and I couldn't wait to start my career. My first assignment was as a relief foreman, which meant that I had to move to Fremont, Nebraska, yes, Nebraska, and work in a packing house making Spam. I tell you, that happens every time I mention Spam and people laugh. And we made Spam at the rate of 5,000 pigs a day. That's a lot of Spam. I don't know who eats all that Spam. My job required that I work in some of the hottest and coldest and stinkiest parts of the factory, filling in for foremen that were either sick or on vacation. And while I know that doesn't sound very glamorous or very exciting, it was a new learning experience for me. I enjoyed the company and the people that I met. At the same time, I was continuously thinking about how I could make changes in my job and improve the business. Needless to say, Nebraska was a big change from UWP and the Delta Sig House. I want to tell you about the defining moment for me at Hormel. The defining moment at Hormel involved big change as well. This time it was a change in perspective. The challenge of coming face to face with someone more interested in preventing change, regardless of the consequences, than embracing it and making improvements. It happened on one of my first job performance reviews. Now, the performance review went fine initially, but when I told my boss about all the change opportunities that I saw and all the jobs that I wanted to progress to and how fast I wanted to get there, can you imagine what he said to me? He said, whoa, son, slow down. You're trying to change too much too fast. You need to step back and smell the roses. At that moment, I knew it was time for me to make my next change. Even though I was very comfortable working for a good company making good money, I went on the hunt for a change. Although I only had 2 years of experience and certainly not enough for the job that I landed, I caught a very good break as a buyer with General Electric. GE was a great fit for me. Finally, a company that embraced change. They had a philosophy that focused on developing their employees, and they did it by encouraging change. They did it by giving employees the opportunity to change jobs every 18 to 24 months. Very nice. In fact, the CEO at GE at the time had a saying. He used to say, change before you have to. I thought, I like that. He also said things like, control your own destiny or someone else will. I like that too. For almost 13 years, I changed jobs about every 18 months, and I can tell you that I never took a job that maintained the status quo. It was one of the most rewarding times for me, both financially and psychologically. It showed me that my commitment to change was a real plus. During my time at GE, I honed my skills and became a change agent, and I learned that change was a natural and fundamental part of life. I began to question what could be changed for the better as it related to the products and the processes. During all of this time, I developed a reputation as someone who was not afraid of change, and on the contrary, GE itself embraced change and really valued my change outlook. At the same time, I continued to look for opportunities within GE that would allow me to be part of fixing the biggest problems that business had. I was part of teams that implemented change initiatives like lean manufacturing, workout, Six Sigma, globalization, installing company-wide ERP computer systems, and many more. Now, my lovely wife and our 4 nearly perfect children and I were enjoying the GE life, living in Delafield, Wisconsin, but I knew I was ready for my next change. I wanted to be part of a big opportunity to affect change on a large scale and to really turn a company around by nurturing change. That opportunity came in 2000. An executive recruiter who knew about my change philosophy identified me as a perfect fit for a company that needed to make big changes. He asked me to meet the CEO of Piper Aircraft for a breakfast meeting. Big changes were needed at Piper, and the CEO explained the challenges that he faced and how he needed to change and transform his business, which was 20 to 30 years behind many other industries. Change and transform an airplane company, a big challenge. After talking with him, I felt I could help drive the change that he wanted, and after a couple tours of the business, I accepted. Working around airplanes, learning to fly airplanes, the sunshine of Florida like we don't have today, not to mention a bit more money, all helped in that decision. Change became my mantra at Piper. We totally rebuilt the company's manufacturing processes, driving lean into every facet of that operation. Believe me, it wasn't easy. There were plenty of people, some of them in senior management positions, who said that change wasn't possible. Airplanes were a product different than all others. You couldn't and you shouldn't change how airplanes are made. Well, 5 years later, we did it. It was a different company. And to this day, I'm extremely proud to have been part of a team that drove a lot of change into that business and pushed Piper Aircraft ahead of many companies bigger than itself. So what came next? You probably guessed it by now, more change. Yet again, another executive recruiter contacted me about dramatic change, who heard about my changes and change initiatives at Piper Aircraft. This time, would I be interested in driving change at Rolls-Royce in Indianapolis, making jet engines, and changing some of the old manufacturing processes and some of the old labor practices that existed there that were certainly not state-of-the-art. I accepted for one main reason, I'm sure you've guessed it by now, the opportunity to be part of a big, big change. As the Executive Vice President of Rolls-Royce Corporation, I inherited the most uncompetitive operation of all of Rolls-Royce globally. Not good. And like Piper, there were a great many people who said that change just wasn't possible there. We've always done it this way. You can't change the way jet engines are manufactured at Rolls-Royce. We're not uncompetitive. We're just complex. I heard all of the excuses. Now, after almost 6 years with Rolls-Royce, I'm right in the middle of the change initiative there, and we're doing it. Once one of the most uncompetitive operation, now we're one of the most competitive operations within Rolls-Royce. It's not easy, and believe me, oftentimes it's not pretty, but change is a fundamental fact of life. The world changes, everything changes, and if you can embrace change, if you can develop your skills to implement change rather than resist it, your life will be compelling and opportunities will seek you out. You'll have a lot of questions along the way, but the important thing to remember is that you need to be open to the answers. And that means understanding change and having a willingness to change and to consider what's next. So what's next for you? I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Where will you work? Will you be able to do the job? Should you go into the family business? Should you stay and get your master's or your PhD? Should you move or stay in your hometown? The answer is yes. Be open to all of it. You will feel a little uneasy. You will be a bit unsure of yourself, and you may even have those butterflies in the pit of your stomach. It all means that you're stretching yourself and you're going through change. But if you make change the foundation of your philosophy, I promise you won't be sorry. Every big move I've ever made, I had those butterflies in the pit of my stomach. I was a bit uneasy, a bit unsure. For me, that was always a sign that I was going through big change and that exciting things were about to happen and that I was ready to make a real difference. Over time, I've even learned to welcome those feelings. It means that you're moving forward. That's part of the change process. So when you leave here today, and as you begin your careers, remember to seek out change. Remember what Jack Welch said, change before you have to. Seek out companies or opportunities that reward those that aren't afraid of change. Seek out those opportunities that stretch your capabilities and allow you to grow, and may even give you those butterflies in the pit of your stomach. I urge you to embrace change. You won't be sorry. Enjoy the adventure. I wish each and every one of you all of the best changes in life. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you, John. That was a very valuable message for the graduates for whom it was intended. But what you may not know is that it's a very timely message for our campus community as a whole, as we are undergoing tumultuous change, and as we're being charged by our chancellor to develop human capital. And so this is a very, very vital message for us as well. Thank you. Each year, our faculty and the Alumni Association recognize alumni who have brought honor to this university. Since our alumni include winners of the Nobel and Pulitzer Prizes, members of the U.S. Congress and Wisconsin legislature, and presidents of major corporations, the choices are never easy. But today we honor two distinguished alumni as models for this graduating class, and in recognition of their achievements and contributions. So at this time, I ask Daniel Paulson, the president of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, to come forward and greet the honorees. Each of these will come forward to the front of the stage and remain standing. And audience, I ask that you hold your applause until both of them are introduced. First is Frederick Doman, Jr. Rick, if you'll please step forward to the front of the stage. Dr. Frederick E. Doman, Jr., from the class of 1983, is a professor in the Department of Radiation Oncology at the University of Iowa, and a member of graduate programs in free radical and radiation biology, molecular and cellular biology, and human toxicology. His degree in biology from UW-Platteville was earned magna cum laude. Doman completed his doctorate in human cancer biology at the University of Wisconsin-Madison with postgraduate work at the University of Arizona, Tucson. Since 1994, Doman and his students and colleagues at the University of Iowa have been studying the DNA of cancer cells. Doman most prizes his awards for mentoring, the 2009 Mentor in Excellence Award from the Radiation Research Society, and the 2009 Outstanding Faculty Mentor Award from the Graduate College at the University of Iowa. And today, he has the Pioneer Distinguished Alumni Award. Secondly, we have James B. Klebenstein. James, if you'll come forward, okay. James is from the class of 1969. He earned his bachelor's degree with honors from UW-Platteville in agribusiness. He earned both a master's degree in agricultural marketing and a doctorate of philosophy and agricultural economics, focusing on production economics and farm management at the University of Illinois. In 1986, he began his current 25-year tenure at Iowa State University, during which he has taught, participated in, and led research, as well as advised numerous students. Klebenstein has traveled the world during his career. One of his most extraordinary experiences was when Klebenstein assisted with the transition from government-controlled to free agricultural economies in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Though Klebenstein has split his academic life among the classroom, advising, administration, and research, he values most the opportunity to encourage young people to meet and exceed their expectations, to watch them learn, mature, and become active members and leaders in society. Frederick and James, our congratulations and appreciation to each of you. Your accomplishments have not only brought honors to you, but to your alma mater. Please join me in congratulating. You may be seated. We are extremely proud of all of our graduates and will shortly recognize each of you individually. However, I would like to at this time give special recognition to the groups who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. The undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing the gold honor cords. Will those individuals who have achieved highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? Oh, don't be shy. You should be very proud of this. These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between a 3.75 and a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Now, will those students who have achieved honors and are graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. So once again, please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments of these very special groups of graduates. And you may be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome our newly invested Chancellor, Dennis J. Shields, for the diploma presentations.
Have to wait just a couple of moments. Dan Paulson would like to announce the Alumni Life memberships.
Stand up, sit down. Chancellor Shields, Provost, University Deans, faculty, staff, families, and guests of today's graduates. On behalf of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, it is indeed my pleasure and my honor to congratulate the May 2011 commencement class. You have now become part of history and traditions of our university. I encourage you to stay connected to the UW-Platteville after graduation. Join Alum Nation, our online community, and seek out opportunities to stay connected. Volunteer to serve in your college alumni chapter board, plan to attend an alumni event in your area, come back to campus for career fairs, homecoming, and other alumni activities. There are many ways to stay connected and be an active alumni. At this time, I would like to recognize the graduates that have been selected to receive an honorary lifetime membership to the Alumni Association, a $400 value. The award is based on a variety of criteria, including campus activities, leadership, community involvement, professional development and employment, academic excellence, and probability of future involvement in the Alumni Association. For this semester, we have selected 5 individuals as recipients. John Elf, an ag business major from Edgerton, Wisconsin. Brandon Rounds, a communication technology major from Boscoville, Wisconsin. Doug Ducklow, a master's degree recipient in criminal justice from River Falls, Wisconsin. Congratulations, John, Brandon, and Doug, and congratulations to all the graduates this morning. As you start on your next chapter of life, take pride in the degree you received today. We're proud to call you alumni of UW-Platteville. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dan. Graduates, congratulations on the completion of your studies. Let this commencement ceremony mark the start of the next phase of your lives. As degree holders of this institution, you have been trained to be 360-degree thinkers, capable of evaluating and analyzing a problem from multiple angles, and then providing a diverse range of solutions. This sets you apart from the graduates of many other universities. This is a strength and skill which will stand you in good stead. Continue to build this skill as you go on to a successful life. I also remind you to remember where you've come from. Your alma mater has played an important part in each of your lives, and it is important to give back in some way. Many of the opportunities that you and your classmates are stepping out into are a direct result of an alumnus or an alumna before you. You can give back in many ways. Money, of course, time and energy are all valuable commodities. A gift of as little as $10 or a few hours at an event or a little sweat is all that is asked, because those are the three things that anything great is built upon, all playing an equal part in the success of any endeavor. One oft-quoted piece of advice says, "Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you'll look back and realize they were big things." Think of this as you walk across the stage today. This can be said for any small donation of time and resources, a bead of sweat or two. Those little things can so easily turn into big things. Moreover, your university experience may feel like a simple pass-through. I went to class, I did my homework, I had fun now and again. But someday, not too far off, you'll realize the importance of what you learned inside and outside of the classroom, and how those moments made you who you are. Those little things are big indeed. With that in mind, remember that you are forever pioneers, and the diploma you soon receive represents something much greater than the completion of your degree requirements. Congratulations, best of luck, and remember that every day is a great day to be a pioneer.
Now will all of the individuals who are about to receive bachelor's and/or master's degrees please stand. Chancellor Shields, as provost and representing the faculty, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed the curricula prescribed by the university faculty for the degrees of Master of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science, and are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diplomas for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost and Vice Chancellor that you have completed the requirements established by the university faculty for the various degrees, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin system, I am pleased today to confer upon you the degree which you have earned, together with all the rights and privileges attending thereto.
You may be seated. As we begin awarding the degrees, I ask that everyone show respect for the graduates and for those seated near to you. We know that this is an exciting time and we expect some celebration. However, we ask that the celebration be respectful. All here are anxious to hear the name of their special student, their special graduate. So I ask that you please refrain from excessive celebration or using artificial noisemakers. Will the deans now present the degree recipients?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture please stand? Chancellor Shields, as Dean of the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture. Will the recipients please come forward?
Nicole Nina Martinson. Mary Elizabeth Calhoun. Jennifer E. Ahrens. John Lawrence Alf. Clayton M. Allen. Coulter M. Allen. Nicholas J. Allen. Mitchell Leland Alwyn. Becky K. Ambrosi. Brooke Marie Ames. Gina Marie Anderson. Kelsey Lynn Barton. Rebecca R. Barr. Jonathan William Barber. Jessica C. Basinski. Ashley Ann Bauer. Zachary James Byer. Rebecca L. Belmore. Terrence A. Belleville. Michael Joseph Benthal. Paul T. Behrens. Brent Justin Beveroth. Matthew S. Balaga. Patrick B. Biggin. Stephen James Burno. Joseph H. Birschbach. Sarah Rebecca Bidding. Aaron Michael Bowe. Grant Joseph Baumkamp. Christopher Lee Borelli. Courtney J. Bourne. Chris Bossert. Alyssa Rose Bottlemy. Carrie L. Bowen. Lauren Marie Breitbach. Angela R. Brewer. Ben S. Brockman. Megan Ann Brockmeyer. Travis Arlen Brown. Aaron R. Brown. Jennifer Ann Bruss. Blake Patrick Brunker. Brian James Bungie. Kevin B. Burke. Kaylee Ray Bushman. Kevin James Collis. Jacob P. Carlson. Amanda Marie Serqua. Kevin M. Sizeski. Andrew John Reinald Condon. Corey D. Conahan. Michael John Conrad. Whitney May Correa. Ashley Renee Cowley. Kim Beth Cummings. Nadine Nicole Cummings. Jennifer May Curtis. Jamie L. Dalsing. Justin Keith Darty. Robert James DeGrenier. Kristen M. Deal. Adam J. Dexheimer. Benjamin John Buckland. Tara Joellen Diedrich. Scott James Dieschberg. Benjamin Robert Deist. Rachel A. Dilly. Brian Lee Dingbaum. Kayla Renee Dolan. Travis John Dreyer. Chelsea Marie Dresler. Nicholas William Dukas. Heather Elizabeth Dykstra. Samantha Dykstra. Eric J. Egan. Jillian Renee Eggert. Justin D. Eldred. Robert H. Engel. Mitchell Joseph Erickson. Nicole Diane Evans. Aaron James Ewing. Travis Flynn Fahey. Jamie N. Falkowitz. Kelsey Marie Fatzinger. Joshua N. Fiddler. Kelsey Fink. James Patrick Flannery. Christopher Robert Flickema. Emily Rose Flood. Jenny Marie Franks. Cassandra J. Friend. Timothy Carl Gaffron. Rachel F. Gom. Jessica Lynn Gerke. Dustin Kevin Gierach. Brett T. Giltner. Brian J. Gottschlick. Brock F. Graber. Joseph Robert Gray. Catherine Linnea Grimm. Maureen Elizabeth Hagan. Audrey Claire Hageland. Dustin J. Halderson. Kelsey A. Hall. Renee T. Hampton. Brent H. Hansen. Clayton G. Hansen. Jessica Ann Hartman. Robert Andrew Hawley. Blaine David Hekamovich. Miranda K. Hecox. Jennifer Marie Henschel. Brandon Callistus Hertramp. Justin Philip Hess. Sarah Ann Hickey. Joseph Gerard Hilby. Carrie Teresa Hill. Chelsea Joe Hinderman. Derek John Hosley. Brian Dylan Holtrop. Corey Allen Holzhauer. Michael Lee Hopke. Corey Stephen Horning. Nicholas Ross Hughes. Brandon Wesley Irish. Razart Ishmoli. Sonia Peggy Jackson. Anna Rachel Jackson. Jenalee Marie Johnson. Jacob M. Jones. Levi M. Jones. Anthony James Joshke. Chad Michael Young. Devin Frederick Call. Jeffrey J. Call. Becky Lynn Kaiser. April Elizabeth Caleb. Brandon Michael Kane. Miranda Catherine Carls. Danielle Call. Ryan S. Kent. Emily Marie Kern. Caitlin Rose Keeler. David Philip Kish. Joshua M. Keitlinger. Brianna Elizabeth Klaas. Matthew Lee Klein. Derek Scott Klitsky. Jolene Ada Kohlenberg. Chia Nang Kong. Meredith L. Korth. Blythe C. Kudranowitz. Elizabeth L. Kundert. David S. Labarge. Nathan G. Lang. Jessica Sarah Langhoff. Nicholas C. Lashway. Brendan Kirk Leach. Eric Dean Leander. Franz Rudy Lehner. Andrew Jeffrey Leonard. Jared Ryan Leonard. Kayla J. Leonard. Ellen Elizabeth Legal. Caitlin M. Lindholm. Dominic Loverdi. Andrew David Lukowitz. Ashley K. Lund. Amber Marie Lyon. Amanda M. Moss. Alan Michael McCauley. Eric Allen Magnuson. Erin Elizabeth Mahoney. Tyler J. Majerus. Julia Ann Momberg. Adam Matthew Mancheski. Peter John Manning. Jason Zachary Markwell. Scott Carl Marshhouse. John T. Martin. Joshua C. Martin. Charles Joseph Muscagni, Jr. Jared L. Matuszewski. Ross James Maccabee. John E. McCabe. Eileen Marion McGuine. Cassie Joe McKillop. John W. Mell. Stephanie Marie Meinert. Austin Jeffrey Men. Ashley Marie Mergen. Ferris Victor Miley. Evan Kiesel Meyer. Adam Gale Miller. Ryan Michael Meeson. Keith Stephen Missuston. Rayanne Marie Mokris. Adam Wayne Molzoff. Darren M. Muller. Jonathan Neal Nedza. Blake A. Naminsky. Andrew David Knorr. Sarah C. Novotny. Catherine D. Olson. Mark Allen Olson. Thomas R. Olson. Brittany Orris. Rachel Lynn Owen. Laura Christine Pack. Sally A. Pollock. Charles Scott Parr. Nicholas D. Parr. Logan Lee Perkins. Spencer Farah Peterson. Ashley Jean Phillips. Catherine M. Pitts. Kelsey Ann Pleiner. Jacob Randall Poppy. Lindsay Kristen Porter. Amy Lynn Sonak. Tanya Renee Quam. Whitney Marie Rathke. Bridget Rathman. Olivia Jean Redfern. Brian M. Riley. Alicia Laura Reinecke. Corin Renee Reed. Jonathan Michael Reynolds. Thomas J. Riggles. Erin Michelle Richter. Jason Joseph Ripp. Sarah Elizabeth Ritter. David Daniel Rizzio. Sarah Louise Robinson. Sherry L. Roney. Evan John Rortvedt. Thomas John Roth. Brandon Mark Rounds. Danielle Elise Rosnes. Jessica Sue Rudstrom. Eric J. Roosh. Fekri Tudi Rushidi. Mark Christian Samuelson. Megan R. Savosky. Danielle K. Schaff. Paul William Schallner. Joshua David Shank. Rebecca A. Schleyline. Laura Ann Schlender. Eric James Schmidt. Rachel R. Schmidt. Brianne E. Schneider. Cassandra K. Schneider. Kirsten Ellen Schoenrock. Brody J. Scholze. Jacqueline M. Silo. Colleen Kara Smith. John Joseph Spragan. Keenan Boyd Shaw. Melissa S. Schmidt. Michael C. Shea. Leah Marie Shervinsky. Rachel Elizabeth Sybil. Gina R. Silvius. Sadie M. Syme. Noah James Simon. Stephanie Lynn Skinkus. Gina L. Smith. Holly Marie Smith. David J. Spiewak. Clark Robert Stabby. Abigail Lynn Stark. Jonathan Kurt Stevenson. Andrew Thomas Steets. Matthew Allen Storley. Justin J. Strines. Scott Allen Strutt. Danielle Joe Straszewski. Jacob Anton Stieber. Chelsea Ann Sutcliffe. Christopher Patrick Sweeney. Hannah L. Taylor. Michael O. Tharp. Scott J. Thompson. Tyler Brady Terrell. Taylor Jenna Tibbetts. Anna Rachel Traster. Melissa Ann Udelhoven. Nick Vanderleest. Adam D. Velocity. Michael J. Walks. Amanda Lynn Walter. Teresa Lynn Walton. Nicholas J. Walvard. Casey William Watkins. Michelle Marie Wadig. Andrew William Weinkoff. Krista Rose Wellnitz. Robert Arnold Wengert. Andrea Ellen Wenzel. Joelle Deanne White. Colin R. Winnicky. Carrie A. Weiss. Grant Lear Whiteman. Brandon Major Wilborn. Dustin J. Wolt. Bradley James Wandra. Si Yan Wong. Allison M. Zimmerman. Stephen D. Zipsey. Eric Lagora Zogelman. Nicholas V. Zampa.
On behalf of the best faculty and staff in the world, congratulations. You may be seated.
Will the recipients of the master's degrees please stand? Chancellor, as Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and representing the graduate faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degrees of Master of Science and Master of Science in Education from the School of Graduate Studies. Will the recipients please come forward? And for the rest of you in the audience, I'll note that we are going to be hooding each of the master's degree candidates individually as part of the traditional ceremony. The history and significance of academic attire is explained in your program on page 48. So, thank you.
Katie Ann Abraham. Frederick Bidwayaki. Susan B. Bonner. Louise M. Bradley. Anthony Gerard Chavez. Xiaoling Chen. Richard L. Cloyd. Tony Marie Doms. Douglas A. Ducklow. Tiffany A. Dooms. Ramon Joseph Esong. Ryan Andrew Fergus. Michael D. Froseth, Jr. Antonia Garcia Breitweiser. Justin Greg Gelhausen. Dana Getchow. Stacy Lynn Hahn. Mary Zerold Holcomb. Xing Tsui Hu. Yue Hu. Li Wei Zhong. Craig M. Johnson. Henry Vanna Kimber. Thomas J. Keller. Shanna LaRae Lindquist. Yuang Shui Li. Wanting Li. Danielle K. Long. Abigail Belen Maderos.
I love you.
Molly Sue Malloy. Lindsay Michelle Michaels. Amanda L. Moore. Tina D. Monkgerber. Daniel Joseph Millay. Victor Tay Novortny. Kristen K. Novi. Marshall Eric Ogren. Justin Dwayne Parker. Kate M. Peterson. Betty Joe E. Ramsey, Jr.
Congratulations, Betty.
Erin Marie Robbins. Lisa Marie Sodawasser. April Ann Schleicher. Timothy H. Smith. Tamala Stafford Bartell. Jason Bartholomew Stocker. Tina L. Streff. Lee Sun. Shu Jun Soon. Patrick Thalen. Leslie Ann Van Blaricom. Nicholas Whalen. Christopher Daniel Whitaker. Jordan L. Williams. Chen Chen Xing. Jing Xu. So Jae Yen. Liu Yang. Wen Yang. Xiao Xuang Zhou.
On behalf of the graduate faculty, congratulations on this milestone in your education. Please be seated.
This ceremony would not have been possible without the time and effort so generously given by a number of groups and individuals. The members of the Commencement Committee are listed in your program. Dr. Walter Eisland, who is retiring after a 32-year career at UW-Platteville, has served as our commencement marshal. The names of the graduates were read by David Keykafer, our registrar. The student ambassadors distributed programs, organized seating, and helped distribute diplomas. Our facilities staff, as well as the technical services and media services staff, have attended to many details. Rachel Day led the singing. The Symphonic Wind Ensemble under the direction of Matthew Gregg deserves our appreciation for the music accompanying today's ceremony. Will the committee members, Dr. Eisland, Mr. Keykafer, Ms. Day, the members of the Symphonic Wind Ensemble, the media technology and technical services staff, our facility staff, and our student ambassadors, please stand and be recognized. Every semester, we are sad to say goodbye to faculty and staff who retire from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. But today I want to take the opportunity to say a special thank you and best wishes to one of our stage party for whom this is the last commencement. And I would ask that Dean of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, Dwayne Merlin Ford, please stand. We thank you for all your years of service to UW-Platteville, and we wish you the very best as you move down the road to be president of Southwestern Technical College, and we look forward to many collaborations with you in that new role. As we say farewell to our graduates, I want to give them the opportunity to recognize those who have guided them through college life with gentle prodding and friendly assistance, which is the wonderful faculty and staff of this university. UW-Platteville faculty, staff, and administrators, I ask that you please rise at this time and be recognized by the graduates. Thank you for your outstanding work. The last group I would like to recognize consists of people who are very, very special to the graduates. Like the faculty and staff and administrators of our campus, these individuals have been teachers, counselors, and mentors. However, instead of working with the students for 4 or 5 years, these people have spent a lifetime with the graduates. They have helped the graduates study, have helped them financially, and have hoped and prayed for the students' success. So, would all the parents, grandparents, husbands, wives, children, and grandchildren, other relatives, and friends of the graduates please stand and be recognized? Okay, graduates, you have one final exam before you actually graduate, and that is to turn to page 52 of your commencement program, stand, remove your head cover, and join Rachel Day in singing our alma mater.
Alma mater,
please be seated once more. Just a few housekeeping items. The commencement ceremonies have been videotaped and are available via streaming video on the campus webpage. In addition, they will be aired tonight starting at 6 p.m. on Pioneer Television. We ask that all of you remain seated until the faculty have left the gymnasium. And at that time, at the end of the recessional of the faculty, the graduates can remain to greet their parents, relatives, and friends in the floor of the gymnasium. And on behalf of the faculty and staff of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, I would congratulate all of you heartily and wish you the very best in the future.